Have you ever had one of those mornings where you wake up, shuffle to the kitchen, grab a cup of coffee, and wonder where your energy went? Maybe your joints feel a little stiff, your mind feels a little foggy, and the day already feels a little heavier than you'd like. If you've felt that way, you're definitely not alone. After 60, mornings can feel different, sometimes slower, sometimes harder. But what if I told you that your mornings, those first few moments of the day, could actually hold the key to adding more healthy, joyful years to your life? What if you could wake up feeling stronger, more energetic, and more excited for the day ahead, just by changing a few small habits? Because you absolutely can. You have more power over how you age than you might realize. And it often starts with what you do in the first hour after you open your eyes. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 simple, powerful morning habits that can help you feel younger, stay healthier, and add more vibrant years to your life after 60. These aren't complicated routines. You don't need fancy equipment, expensive supplements, or hours of extra time. Just a few small shifts, real, doable things you can start as soon as tomorrow morning. Let's get started with the first one, and it's probably the easiest yet most overlooked: getting natural sunlight first thing in the morning. Now, I know it might sound too simple to be important, but trust me, your body was designed to wake up with the sun. Morning light triggers your brain to stop producing melatonin, the hormone that makes you sleepy, and start releasing chemicals that boost your energy, mood, and alertness. It's like flipping on the daytime mode switch inside your body. When you don't get that early sunlight, your internal clock or circadian rhythm can get confused. You might feel groggy all day and then wide awake at bedtime. Over time, that rhythm disruption can even lead to bigger issues like memory problems, weight gain, and depression. Getting sunlight isn't hard. Just stepping outside for 10 or 15 minutes in the morning, maybe while you sip your coffee or water, can reset your internal clock and help your whole body function better. If the weather's bad, sitting near a bright window can still help. The key is to do it as early as you can and let your body soak it in naturally. It's one of the easiest, most powerful gifts you can give yourself every single morning. And speaking of that coffee or water, let's talk about another morning habit that makes a bigger difference than most people realize: hydrating right after you wake up. Your body gets dehydrated overnight, even if you don't feel thirsty. Think about it. You go 6, 7, maybe even 8 hours without drinking anything at all. By the time you wake up, your cells, your brain, even your muscles are a little parched. Starting your day with a glass of water before coffee, before breakfast, gives your body a head start. It jumpstarts your digestion, helps flush out toxins, and even sharpens your mind. Some people like to add a squeeze of lemon for a little extra vitamin C and flavor, but honestly, just plain water is perfect. I know a woman in her 70s who swears by her morning water ritual. She keeps a big glass of water on her nightstand and drinks it first thing before her feet even hit the floor. She says it makes her feel instantly more awake, like her body gets the message. Okay, time to get going. It's such a simple shift, but it's powerful. And it's the kind of small act of kindness to yourself that adds up in a big way over time. Now, once you've gotten your sunlight and your water, there's another habit that can change the whole tone of your day, and even your life if you let it: moving your body early. I'm not talking about running 5 miles or lifting heavy weights at the crack of dawn, unless you want to. I'm talking about gentle, joyful movement that wakes your muscles, loosens your joints, and tells your heart, we're alive and we're ready. Maybe it's a few stretches right there beside your bed. Maybe it's a slow walk down the street. Maybe it's a few minutes of light dancing in your living room to your favorite old songs. It doesn't have to be big or complicated. What matters is that you move. Because movement is life. When you start your day with even a little bit of motion, you boost circulation, release feel-good hormones, and strengthen the muscles that protect your balance and independence. You're telling your body, we're in this together. Let's make the most of today. One man I spoke to, who's 79 and still hikes twice a week, told me he credits his daily morning stretches with keeping him so active. He said, it's not about being young, It's about staying ready. And I love that perspective. Imagine how different your days could feel if you gave your body even 5 minutes of loving movement every morning. Imagine how many extra years of strength and freedom you could be building, one small habit at a time. Now that we've covered those first few habits, soaking in morning sunlight, hydrating deeply, and waking your body up with gentle movement, let's keep going. Because there's even more you can do to turn your mornings into a powerful foundation for a longer, healthier life. Once you've woken your body up with sunlight, water, and gentle movement, you're already setting a beautiful tone for your day. But there's something else that can add just as much strength to your mornings, and it doesn't start with your muscles. It starts with your mind. Because how you think in the first few minutes after you wake up can have a bigger impact on your health and happiness than most people realize. That's why another powerful morning habit is starting the day with intentional gratitude and positive thinking. It sounds simple, but it's life-changing. The first thoughts you feed your mind in the morning set the emotional course for your day. If you wake up and immediately focus on aches, worries, or frustrations, your brain actually starts looking for more problems throughout the day. It's just how we're wired. But if you wake up and intentionally notice even 1 or 2 things you're thankful for, your warm bed, the sound of birds outside, the fact that you're here for another day, you start tuning your mind to notice goodness instead of stress. Over time, this shift can lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and even strengthen your immune system. Scientists have found that people who regularly practice gratitude sleep better, live longer, and have lower risks of heart disease. Isn't that amazing? Something as simple as what you think about in the first few minutes can ripple out to touch your entire body. You don't have to keep a fancy gratitude journal unless you want to. Even just saying quietly to yourself 3 things you're thankful for each morning can be enough. It's the habit of looking for good that matters most. And it's not about pretending life is perfect. It's about giving your heart a fighting chance to notice the beauty that's already there, because it is there, even on the hard days. Now, with your body moving, your mind tuned toward gratitude, and your energy lifting, there's one more habit that ties everything together, and that's setting a small, meaningful goal for the day. Not a to-do list a mile long, not 100 little chores, just one thing that feels important to you. One thing you can look forward to accomplishing today. Maybe it's calling a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe it's tending your garden, taking a walk in the park, organizing an old photo album, or finally starting that painting or project you've been thinking about. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to matter to you. Setting a small goal each morning gives your day direction and purpose. It gives you something to celebrate when the day is done. And purpose, especially after 60, is one of the most powerful fuels for longevity. People who have a strong sense of purpose live longer, stay healthier, and enjoy life more deeply, even in their later decades. I once met a gentleman who set a goal every morning to learn one new thing each day. Sometimes it was a word in another language, sometimes a new recipe, sometimes a fact about history or science. He said it made him feel like every day was an adventure. And he was 85 years old, sharp as a tack, and smiling from ear to ear when he told me about it. Imagine how your mornings and your whole life could feel if every day started not with dread or obligation, but with a quiet little spark of purpose. A reminder that there is still something new, something good, waiting for you today. When you put these habits together, greeting the morning light, hydrating your body, moving with care, thinking with gratitude, and setting a small purpose, you're not just improving today, you're building the foundation for more energy, more joy, and yes, more years to live well. These aren't just random tricks. They are ways of aligning yourself with the way your body and mind are designed to thrive. When you meet your mornings with intention, you give yourself the best possible chance to meet your days with strength, with peace, and with excitement for what's still ahead. And what's beautiful about all of this is that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do everything exactly the same way every day. Even doing a few of these habits most days will start to create change. Positive momentum builds over time, like drops of water filling a well. If today you start with just one, maybe stepping outside for a little sunshine, you're already moving toward a healthier, brighter future. And isn't that a beautiful thought to start the day with? When you begin to greet each morning with even a little more care, a little more love for yourself, you're doing something incredibly powerful. You're reminding your body, your heart, and your spirit that every day you wake up is a gift worth honoring. And that's really what these habits are all about. They're not chores. They're not just items to check off a list. They're gentle ways of saying to yourself, I still have things to experience. I still have life to live, and I'm going to show up for it. Because life after 60 isn't about shrinking into the background. It's about standing tall, breathing deeply, and claiming every bit of vitality that's still inside you. And trust me, there is so much inside you, more than you even realize. Every time you choose to step outside for that sunlight, you're choosing energy and clarity. Every time you drink that first glass of water, you're giving your cells what they need to work beautifully. Every stretch, every grateful thought, every tiny goal you set in the morning, it all adds up. These aren't just habits, they're building blocks for a longer, happier life. And the beauty is, it's never too late to start. Whether you're 61, 71, or 91, your body and mind are still listening. They are still responding to the love and care you give them. Even small changes made consistently can create ripples of health and happiness that last for years to come. I know it's easy to feel like change is out of reach sometimes, especially when the world around you moves fast, when old aches set in, when the calendar keeps flipping faster than it used to. But don't ever underestimate the power you still hold. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you sometimes give yourself credit for. If you take anything away from today, let it be this: you are not stuck. Your future isn't set in stone. With a few small choices each morning, you can reshape your days, and in doing so, reshape your years. Imagine waking up each morning with a little more ease in your body, a little more clarity in your mind, and a little more excitement for what's ahead. Imagine looking back a year from now and realizing you added so much quality, and maybe even extra years, to your life just by making a few simple changes. You deserve that. You deserve mornings filled with light, strength, gratitude, and purpose. And you absolutely have the ability to create them, starting today. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these morning habits are you most excited to try? Or maybe you already have a morning ritual that fills you with energy and joy. Share it with us. You never know who your story might inspire. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like. It really helps more people discover these messages. And subscribe to the channel for more practical, uplifting tips on living your healthiest, happiest life after 60. Remember, we're building a community here. A place where aging isn't something to fear. It's something to embrace with open arms and a full heart. Here's to more beautiful mornings, more vibrant days, and more years filled with the life and the love you absolutely deserve. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Take good care of yourself. You're worth every bit of the effort. If you're ready for even more simple ways to stay strong, happy, and healthy after 60, check out this next video right here. Let's keep building the best years of your life together.